If you're making this mistake on your sales calls, it's killing your chances to close the deal. No matter how great your sales techniques are, this one mistake will undo all of your progress and cost you the sale. This happens because there's a catch-22 in sales that no one tells you about. And if you aren't aware of it, you'll unknowingly end up committing the cardinal sin of sales. But don't worry, once you understand this catch-22, you'll see why it's so easy to fall into this trap and how you can turn it around to work in your favor. So what's the purpose of a sales call? To close the sale and bring in a new customer, right? But here's the kicker. What if I told you that mindset is actually sabotaging your sales? If you're scratching your head, don't worry. I'm about to clear this up for you, and trust me, I was just as confused when I first realized this. Let's think about it like this. Imagine you're at a party talking about a recent vacation you took. You're excited to share, but before you even finish, someone jumps in with, "Oh, I just went on an even more amazing vacation. Let me tell you all about it." Suddenly, it's all about them, and your story, it just doesn't seem to matter anymore. You lose interest in the conversation, and that connection is gone. This is exactly what happens on a sales call when your primary goal is just to close the deal. The prospect can sense that your focus is on your agenda, not on their needs. Just like at that party, they'll check out and disconnect. So the key here, make the conversation about them, not you. When you do that, the sale often takes care of itself. And this is where the cardinal sin of sales comes into play. It's simple, but crucial. The biggest mistake you can make is making the call about you and your needs. Why? Because let's be honest, who do we care about the most? Ourselves. The prospect doesn't care about you and your goals. They care about themselves and their goals. So when the primary goal of the call is your need, which is trying to close the sale, they can feel it. We end up trying to herd them like sheep, steering the conversation towards the destination we want. And if they can sense that you're more concerned with your outcome than theirs, it'll kill the sale. And that's why, contrary to popular belief, the goal of a sales call shouldn't be just to close the deal. Closing the sale should be a byproduct, a secondary result of achieving the real goals of the call. And here's where the catch-22 comes in. There aren't just one, but two goals you need to accomplish on a sales call. The first goal is to figure out if and how you can actually help the person you're talking to. Making this the focus of the conversation does three powerful things. First, it takes the spotlight off of you and your needs. It makes the call all about them and their needs. This shows them that you care about their situation and that you're there to listen. Second, it gives you a deeper understanding of their problem and the solution they're looking for. This way you can clearly explain how you can help them achieve their goals. Third, it prevents you from selling to people you can't actually help or who have unrealistic expectations. Nothing kills business morale faster than unhappy clients who make your life miserable. I've been there, and trust me, it's better to avoid the headache in the first place. So really quickly, if you're finding this video valuable, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. It's a huge help to my channel, and it means a lot to me. All right, let's talk about goal number 2. Now that we know if or how we can help this person, and we can confidently say, based on what we've discussed, I'm confident that what we offer here can help you reach your goals, we're ready to help them make the best decision for themselves. But what if buying from me isn't the best decision for them, you might ask? Well, then don't sell to them. If you push the sale and they later realize they made a poor decision, it'll come back to haunt you. They may not blame you directly, it will hurt your reputation. The best case scenario, they don't speak highly of you. Worst case, they go around telling everyone how manipulative and deceitful you are, leaving you a nasty 1-star review. Now, I'm not saying you should steer them away from working with you. What I am saying is that if you see any red flags that suggest working together could be a mistake, address them, talk about it. Because at the end of the day, you have to respect their decision, but you can still guide them to make the best choice. Here's an example. I knew a sales guy that was selling an investment opportunity, and during the call, he found out two things. First, they'd be spending their entire life savings on this opportunity, and second, their first baby was due in just a couple months. Now, they wanted to buy, but he said, guys, you've got a baby on the way, and this investment will drain your life savings. The odds that you'll need that money for something in the next year are pretty high, and I don't want you to end up in a tough spot because of this. I'm nervous about selling this to you, but I also can't make the decision for you. I'm not going to sell to you today. I want you to take a week to think about it, let me know what you decide, and I'll respect your decision. A week later, they came back, told him they decided to hold off, and thanked him for preventing him from making a mistake. On a side note, this second goal also means not upselling just because you can. If the upsell isn't in their best interest, don't push it. And if they ask for it, explain why it might not be the best move and let them decide. So while skipping that tough conversation might seem easier in the short run, it's also guaranteed to hurt your reputation in the long run. But if you take the time to have that conversation, you're not just protecting your business, you're actually enhancing your reputation. Addressing these red flags head on shows that you care about doing what's right, not just closing the deal. Plus, it saves you from dealing with problematic customers and the inevitable fires you'd have to put out later. So it's a win-win. You build trust and you avoid future headaches. Now, something really cool happens when you make these the goals of your sales call instead of focusing solely on getting the sale. It generates trust, which is the number one thing you need to close a sale. If they don't trust you, they won't believe you can or will do what you say. So when we make those two powerful objectives our primary goal, we actually set ourselves up to close the sale. And that, folks, is how we avoid the catch-22 of sales. We close the sale without making the sale the primary objective of the call. We make the call all about them. With that said, I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions on this topic. If you've got something to share, drop it in the comments below. As always, I can't promise I'll get to all of them, but I'll try, and who knows, maybe your comment will inspire me to create a whole new video. If you like this video, don't forget to check out my latest video right up here. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you in the next one.